Okay, we're coming to you live from beautiful. Never give up, but there's always a way. Sometimes we have to think outside the box. Here is a frozen piece of pork. If there was a bone in it, I would use a metal cutting blade. All right, but you want to sand your blade down and take off all the paint. Metal cutting blade will cut right through the bone like a piece of cake. All right, so let's zoom in so you can see. Go, get adjusted. Okay, now my wife needs this, and I'm gonna try to get this done. So here. I will show you the blade I'm using here in just a minute. Okay. We're almost there. Now I need 3 hands for this. Okay. If you had one person holding it, if I put a clamp on this. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this over. Say it's frozen. All right. We're going to have to cut all the way through this bad boy right here. There it is. Proof is in the pudding. Look at that. How cool is that? All right. Now I'm going to continue to cut these chunks out of it. Okay. Now, this will unthaw in minutes, literally. It would have taken hours. Okay. I'm bracing my arm here. Well, hold on. So let me get through this piece and I'll show you this blade up close and personal. I haven't forgot. All right, here we go. Okay. Slab number 2. Look at that. This is pork. This was a roast. You could do this with steak. I mean, with the roast to make steak. Now, these blades are known as pruning blades. All right. You sand off the paint, okay, and then wash them down, clean them off. Heat it up on the stove, get them hot, put some oil on it, cool, so it impregnates the blade with oil, all right? And then this blade is a metal cutting blade right here, and this is great for cutting through bone, It's a metal cutting blade, very fine. But you'd want to, again, take off the paint and get down to the metal. All right. Remember, you could take a roast and make steaks like this, or if it's frozen. If it's not frozen, just cut it. And that's a trick, and save you some money on steaks this summer. Just by, and watch your hands. Be very, very, very careful when you do this. You know, I'm comfortable with this. I can still cut my finger, cut it off. It will hurt you, do damage. So be very careful. And start your blade before you put it into your meat. You saw how it was bouncing around the first time, second time. That's what you don't do. All right. You want to start the blade first and then go in. Just like if you were using a chainsaw, you start the blade, get it spinning, then you put it into the wood. Same thing here. Anytime you use a saw, get that blade moving. Now my last video, I'm tiling underneath my bathroom cabinet, underneath the vanity, under the sink. That way it waterproofs it, it looks nice, and it will last you forever, because that's where the damage comes in your cabinets under the sinks when you get water in there, and then it rots out the bottom, all right? And that way if you have a leak, you don't know it, and it's getting in there, it'll run out on the floor, and you'll know it, rather than ruin your cabinet bottom, all right? I don't know why nobody's done this or do this. I'm the only one. I've never seen anybody else. I've never seen no one do this. This is original, and you've seen it here. Now I gotta get this going here. Now what I suggest is you take this and spin it around and get the other side, because there's a high side on the back side. There's a high side because of the angle, so that there's meat you're not getting to and it's harder to cut. So flip your meat around and get the other side, and it will level it out. And again, get your blade moving. There it is, slab number 2, 3. And then I'm just going to split this here in half best I can, and lay it down this way, but I need somebody to hold it on top. All right. And the other thing I would suggest on this frozen meat, your blade, unless you pull it, keep it running, pull it out, and right as it's coming out, let go and pull it the rest of the way out with it off. Okay. I'm just going to cut down through here. Okay, see, it doesn't work. You definitely want to keep this blade moving and then put it into your meat. Don't do what I just did. Turn your blade on and you hit and go into your meat. Okay, again, I need somebody holding this. All right, right now I've got a high side, which I'll show you. All right, right there. You see the angle of the blade. So all this is uncut. So this is why you want to flip your meat around after you're most of the way through on the other side. This is what I mean by pull your blade out while it's running, because it wants to get stuck in that frozen meat. But be careful. Drop your speed of the blade as you're pulling it out. And then pull it out off would be the ideal way to go about it. And see, I did it again. Get the blade moving. Blade moving. point something else out here to you in just a minute. Okay, there we go. You definitely need to clean this up because it gets a little messy. All right. Yeah, when it's stinking or drawing flies or bugs or anything. All right, I was going to point something out to you. I just momentarily forgot. Not funny. All right, so don't do what I've done. Learn from my mistakes here. It makes it easier on you. Okay. Oh, the other thing that I do is, you see my blade, it's in reverse. It's towards the top of the Sawzall. It allows you to get a straighter cut, get lower into the meat by reversing your blade. Normally the blade points down bottom, all right? This gives you better leverage and it allows you to get into whatever you're going to cut a lot easier in most cases. Okay. Now this is wide enough. I'm going to cut this again. It'll unthaw that much faster. Keep the blade moving. Okay, there we have it. It's ready. It's good to go. Okay. Now I'll rinse all this off. I'll be good now. My last, as I was saying, all you need to do is just figure out your pattern for your tile. Mark the cabinet bottom, trace out your tile, and you can mark it. I have 2 videos showing you this process and then the beginning process. I may upload another one on tiling your cabinet, how to, basic instructions. That would probably be another video. Well, I appreciate all those that show up here after the live stream, and remember, united we stand, united we make it happen, and never give up. And never give up, because there's always a way, always. So, united we stand, united we make it happen, supporting one another. And, so we remember, we all get busy, and it's not that we don't care, most of us. And, we're just busy, and people comment, and then you get, stuff happens. But then there's that makeup time, where you're catching up. And so be gracious with one another and treat one another the way you want to be treated. Bye for now. God bless. Catch you on the next one. And bye. Thanks for being here. Okay, I don't know who's here. Someone's here. Somebody left. All right.